Hey guys, it's Dan. Welcome to day 3 of your new coach training. Today we're talking about mindset, and we're talking about personal development. Why? Because it's important. It is one of Beachbody's 3 vital behaviors, and it's one of those for a reason. Many times, if you think in terms of working out, when you're feeling kind of down and you're just struggling and you go get a good workout in, you get your blood pumping, and all of a sudden you're re-energized and you're back on a high because you feel good. That's what personal development is for your mind. And it's very important in this business that you are able to transform your mindset that way. But you can't do it by just willing it and hoping that it'll change. You have to take action steps. Just like in everything else when you're doing this business, you have to take action steps that are going to improve your mind and help you grow. And that goes beyond just reading. But what I'm going to talk about first is because personal development is one of the 3 vital behaviors, one of the recommendations is that you read 10 minutes a day and listen to 15 to 30 minutes of audio. And you think to yourself, well, how am I going to do all that? Listening to phone calls, and I'm going to give you some resources here where you can do that. Listening to Jim Rohn or to other speakers who are going to speak positivity into you. Brian Tracy, Darren Hardy. We have all these people that specialize in personal development, and I'm going to give you some book recommendations as well. But you have to be able to find positivity in your life. And that goes beyond just the books and the audio. That goes into the people that you hang out with. Positive people. Jim Rohn, I believe it was, said, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. So I want you to think about the 5 people you hang out with. Now, I'm not saying go out and kick them out of your life yet, but I am also warning you that the more time you spend with people, the more you're going to be like them. So if you feel like you have a lot of negative people in your life, it's time to start looking at, okay, who am I hanging out with? How much am I hanging out with them? If you have positive people in your life, you're going to start to be positive. So that is part of personal development. So it is about changing your mindset. And don't make the mistake I did. The first year I was in this business, I thought, oh, I have 4 years of college. I spent 12 years in a family business, running business. I got a business degree. I've got good personality. I understand how to talk to people. I've got this thing made. I don't need to read. And if you don't like reading, I suggest that you start liking it, because it makes a difference. Not until I started picking up some personal development books and start reading them did it really open my mind to just how limited I was. So regardless of where you're at, you always have the ability to grow. And that is the goal. You want to keep growing. If you ever get to the point where you stop growing, some people say, you're dead. You're either growing or you're dead. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you read 10 minutes a day. And that is going to be the action step. I want you to tell me, what book is it that you're going to read 10 minutes a day? What area of your life needs improvement? What area of your life needs to be strengthened? What area of your life needs to have something introduced to it? So, for instance, I showed you the compound effect here. This book along with, and this is Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. This book along with The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson were the first 2 books that I read once I started my personal development. They're very similar books, but it doesn't hurt to read the same concepts over and over, because the first time in your mind, it doesn't always stick. So you have to read it again. But doing small things consistently every single day equals huge results. Same concept of working out. You work out day 1, not a lot of results. You work out every day for a year, you lose 30 pounds and you get in the best shape of your life. Same thing with reading. First day, not going to sink in. Do it every single day. You are going to see yourself grow. You're going to see your mind grow. So great books to start off with. Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge. Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. Definitely a great place to start. Easy read. Some that I have read here recently in the past. If you're like me, I struggle with getting organized. I needed something that was going to give me my mindset, start thinking in a way that organized people would think. So I actually read Getting Things Done by David Allen. This was a great one as far as setting up a system for me, as far as reminders and filing and making sure that I'm following up and tracking everything that I do. Very key. So you're going to have to look at your life. You're going to have to be honest. What am I good at? What am I not? Because some things, the good things you do want to strengthen, but the bad things you want to introduce so that you learn how to do them better. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Great book. The one that I'm loving the most right now, and I highly suggest, and the key is when you do this, as I was reminded actually from my personal development today by Darren Hardy, is you can read. Knowledge is not necessarily power, right? Having that knowledge and then acting on it is where the power comes. A lot of times we read, we listen, and we don't do. So don't get me wrong, personal development is huge because you have to do it, but then you have to act on what you've learned and what you've read. But 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Great book. Talks about improving from the inside out. And this one you're going to learn a lot. You're going to read it and you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh, I think like that all the time. Or yeah, that's what I do. Oh, you're right. That's why I make decisions. Yep, I need to change the way I do things. Read this book. Good book. If you're into social media, obviously you have Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. It's a great, simple read that is something you can apply to your business and social media right now if you need help with social media. Highly recommended by Tina, and it's on my read list, is Rock Your Network Business by Sarah Robbins. And I'll put these lists in the email as well. But just it's a great introduction into how to actually prospect in your network marketing, how to run your network marketing business, because sometimes we do make it complicated. And with Beachbody, it isn't complicated. 3 vital behaviors: invite, 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 be proof that the product works, and then personal development. 10 minutes reading a day. If you can't do both the reading and the audio, start with one or the other. You're driving in a car, put in some audio. Podcasts are huge. Chalene Johnson has a podcast. There was another podcast that Tina recommended, and I'm going to kick myself for not Amy Porterfield. Online Marketing Made Easy is another good one. Beachbody, Team Beachbody has all the national wake-up calls on podcasts. You're driving, you got 20 minutes to get somewhere, put in your national wake-up call and listen to the previous call or the whole archive of calls that they have. Beachbody, our Team Beachbody online office, if you go into your online office, the very last tab to the far right says Success. That is just unlimited resources of personal development, audio, and obviously books that you can read, and you can go in there and grow your mind. You know, personal development, I'll wrap this up. Personal development, you know, we can go through this business, and like I said, you got to expect to fail, right? If we've gotten to this point, you need to know that there's going to be good days and bad days. You can't quit. Never give up, right? Never give up on those bad days. But our minds, we're going to start going like this as things don't go our way, don't go our way, don't go our way. And if we don't do anything about it, we just keep dipping. And then we're done, and we want to be done. When you read personal development, it lifts your spirits, it encourages you, it makes you realize that you're not the only person. People say no to you, that's okay. How do you handle it when they say no? Go for No is another book that you can look up. So personal development is that important because it keeps your mind in the right place, and that is the most important thing in this business, because in any business there's going to be success, there's going to be failure, you're going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and if you don't do those things to build your mind and grow you and change your mindset, then you're going to find more struggles than not. So success is right on the other end of struggle. That's what we've always said. And I'll end it with that today. So if you have an area that you need help with, reach out to your sponsoring coach. And then also reach out to your sponsoring coach and let them know what book you're going to read. You don't know what book you're going to read right now? Ask them for a suggestion. Have a great day, guys. See you day 4. Stay strong.